CJ Gardner-Johnson is indeed a man of his word. Today is the 20th, and we were expecting something from him. Well, not only does it turn out to be his birthday, he turns the big 2-6. Looks like he is indeed that practice window, that 21-day window has opened for him. Coming from Eric Woodyard, says Lions defensive back CJ Gardner-Johnson returns to practice on his birthday. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Pull and Rocked on Lions as well. I was waiting on a formal announcement. It's coming from the Detroit Lions Twitter account. Didn't happen. Then I saw Dan Campbell's press conference. He didn't say anything about it. At least I didn't hear him. Then I'm waiting. Okay, let's wait a little while longer. Still nothing. Then I get all these notifications that he was at practice today. And this guy here is the missing piece to our defense. I'm going to say that I think the defense is going to turn around. I think this guy is going to help propel that turnaround, right? That turnaround is going to be inspired. Those guys are going to be inspired by CJ Gardner-Johnson. We still need some help on the defensive line, that. So, we got some guys that we could go look at, maybe pick up off the waiver wire. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. But CJ Gardner-Johnson is a dude that we need this guy big time. Check this out. Coming from Kyle Minke. This is from CJ Gardner-Johnson's his interview with the press today. It says, people thought we were going to be spitty this year. I look at my comments every day from when I first signed. Enjoy being a 5-win team, a 3-win team, a 4-win team. Still on my cocky, arrogant stuff. I read the Bible too. Make sure you put that in there. There's another quote. How did Gardner-Johnson play through the torn pec versus Seattle? How did I play through it? I tell you how I played through it. I'm a dog. I don't think there's no safety better than me right now. That's why. I feel like I'm the best safety, so I have to go out there and prove it. And then here's probably one of my favorites from the Colton Pouncey says, CJ Gardner-Johnson asks if he's bringing the blue ski mask back. He said, bruh, I ain't even going to cap. I think that stuff is cursed. And that is funny because I didn't even think about this, but after that whole thing that happened with the ski mask, he gets hurt that game. That was the game. That was the game he got hurt. So, if you're a superstitious person or stuff like that, I know like baseball players are extremely superstitious. So he's probably done with the ski mask. So after selling out all of Amazon going into week 2, he is probably going to bury that whole ski mask phenomenon. But this guy here, I know that he's going to be an asset to our team. And I know he was egging to get back. You're talking about Dan Campbell referred to him as Wolverine. And if you don't know, he has phenomenal healing factors. As a matter of fact, that is his superpower, is he heals extremely quickly. So that might be CJ Gardner-Johnson's new nickname is Wolverine. But when could we see CJ Gardner-Johnson? Well, if his practice window, his 21-day window open today, that means that we have the Detroit Lions have until the 10th, assuming it open today, the 10th of January, to decide what they're going to do. Now, I guarantee it. There's no way that CJ Gardner-Johnson is not going to play again this year. He didn't work this hard to not come back and play this season. He absolutely will play this season. It's just a matter of, will it be this Sunday? I doubt it. I doubt he plays this Sunday, but, stranger things have happened. I would assume that it would be maybe Dallas, but more likely the last game of the season and then into the playoffs. But they have to make a decision by the 10th of January. So the thing about this is, CJ Gardner-Johnson is going to be an asset to this defense. He really is. He's going to bring that playoff experience. He just was there last year, the biggest game of the season. He was there and he was on the losing side of that. So that hunger, he's going to want to get back there to the promised land and maybe help the Detroit Lions get further than they've ever been, which is to a Super Bowl. All right. So CJ Gardner-Johnson, man, I'm excited to have him back. I can't wait to see him out there. He is going to be kind of that missing piece that I think that we were lacking on defense, just that physical, vocal leader that the rest of the team can follow. I think some guys stepped up in his place and they did very well. If he came alive, Brian Branch has been kind of perking up a little bit. So I think that he's going to be a big asset for this team, and I'm excited to have him back. We'll just see now when should we see him back? And there is a chance that he could play the last game of the season because A lot of people think we're going to have, stuff locked up. And while a win on Sunday will lock up the 3rd seed and the division and ensure that we make the playoffs, right? We are going to be playing for seeding. While the number 1 seed is less likely, the number 2 seed is extremely within reach. And if we get the number 2 seed, if we can't get number 1, number 2 is a solid number 2, because you're talking about 2 home games as you head to the NFC title game, right? And if by some chance the 1st seed is upset, right, in the divisional round, then you would host the NFC title game. So the number 2 seed is way, way better than number 3. So I assure you that we're going to see these guys, because we need seeding. And Dan Campbell, while you could, if you say 3 is okay, I don't think they're going to say that. They're going to try to get that 2 seed so they can give Ford Field another shot, at a 2nd game. So that is my thought. Now it's just a matter of, can you afford to go at the way these ticket prices are? So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How surprised are you that CJ Gardner-Johnson is back? I know we talked about it, but this dude is back. He's back, and he will be back during the season. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Consider subscribing to the YouTube channel as well. And I am getting my ticket to Minnesota tomorrow. Taking off. I will be leaving early Saturday morning, trying to get to the hotel by 3 p.m., which is checkout. And I probably will walk to the kind of US Bank Stadium, maybe do some videos from there, a bunch of shorts on as I'm on the road. So if you went with me on that journey to Kansas City, it's going to be just like that. But this time, even sweeter, because we have an opportunity to be NFC North champions for the first time in its existence. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.